Pause for a moment and ask yourself, where do your negative thoughts come from? They don't originate from an invisible enemy or some external force. They come from within your own mind, the place where doubts, stress, and fears quietly take root. Painful past experiences, uncontrollable situations, or false assumptions about the future, these are creations of your mind, woven into narratives that weigh you down. Imagine Sarah. She recently lost an important job opportunity. Although her friends reassured her that better chances would come, her mind spiraled into self-criticism. "I'm not good enough," she told herself. The rejection was a single event, but her thoughts magnified it into a story of personal inadequacy. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, offered a profound truth. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Like Sarah, we often suffer not because of what happens to us, but because of how we interpret those events. Now think of another person, Jason. He struggled with anxiety, worrying constantly about things that hadn't happened. Through simple yet powerful Stoic techniques, Jason learned to separate facts from fearful predictions. It was like clearing fog from a window. He could see life more clearly, free from the weight of imagined disasters. Here's the good news. You can overcome this too. I've been where you are, haunted by negative thoughts until I found guidance in Stoic philosophy. Inspired by Marcus Aurelius, I applied 7 practical techniques to free my mind. Today I want to share them with you so that, like Sarah and Jason, you can learn to break free from these invisible chains and embark on a journey of inner discovery and self-mastery. Number 1, definition and causes of negative thinking. Negative thoughts are not merely fleeting moments of sadness or disappointment, but a mental state that can take root, spread, and influence every aspect of life. These thoughts, often silent yet persistent, whisper that you are not good enough, undeserving, or that everything will fall apart. This is not just a psychological phenomenon, but a mental habit that, if left unchecked, can become a spiral of self-destruction, holding back our true potential. Stoic philosophy provides profound insights into this issue. According to Epictetus, men are disturbed not by things but by the view which they take of them. It is this distorted interpretation that often leads to negative thoughts. A minor failure might transform into, "I am a failure." A mild criticism becomes, "They hate me." And a bad day turns into, "My life is hopeless." These thoughts do not stem from reality, but from the skewed lens of our minds. Imagine a person preparing for an important presentation. Standing before an audience, as people gradually fill the room, the air grows tense. Their heart races, their palms sweat, and a stream of negative thoughts floods their mind. "I will make mistakes. Everyone will laugh at me. They will think I'm not good enough." These whispers, though baseless, carry tremendous power, overwhelming reason and amplifying the pressure. Even before uttering a single word, they already feel defeated. This is precisely how negative thinking operates, silently creeping in, eroding confidence, and crushing the spirit. As philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, negative thoughts are like weeds. If left unchecked and unremoved, they will spread, overtaking and destroying the garden of the mind. However, it's crucial to remember that people have the ability to control their thoughts. Instead of allowing negativity to take over, start by taking a deep breath and affirming, "I am well prepared. I can do this." This is an opportunity to share what I believe in. With patience and practice, the garden of the mind can become a thriving place where confidence and calmness reign rather than anxiety and doubt. The impact of negative thoughts can be likened to a massive anchor. When faced with challenges, this anchor relentlessly drags you down, leaving you feeling heavy, helpless, and defeated before you even begin. It makes you doubt your abilities, stifling action and opportunities for success. When you believe you cannot, your mind seeks evidence to reinforce that belief, disregarding positive possibilities. Stoic philosophy does not promise an easy escape, but offers a sustainable solution. Marcus Aurelius advises that all is as thinking makes it so, and you control your thinking. This requires becoming an observer of your own mind, distinguishing between truth and assumptions. When negative thoughts arise, ask yourself, is this really true or am I exaggerating it? Logical examination can break the cycle of false assumptions. Taking it a step further, Stoicism encourages replacing negative thoughts with positive, rational ones. Instead of thinking, I will fail, remind yourself, I have prepared, and if I make mistakes, I will learn from them. This is not self-deception, but a way to reframe thoughts, guiding yourself toward control and inner peace. Have you ever wondered if your negative thoughts truly originate from within? Or are they shaped by the invisible forces of society and culture? In a world filled with pressures to succeed, comparisons on social media, and unrealistic standards of personal worth, negative thoughts can be nurtured without you even realizing it. These influences create a psychological vortex, making negative thinking a part of the modern identity. Number 2, the impact of society and culture on negative thinking. In a world flooded with messages telling us we are not successful enough, not wealthy enough, or not smart enough, it's easy to see why negative thoughts can creep in. Modern society and culture, fueled by media and constant comparison, have become fertile ground for negative emotions to take root. The harsh demands and unrealistic standards of success, defined by glamour and appearances, often leave us with a profound sense of dissatisfaction. This subtle yet powerful influence of society and culture on negative thinking can erode confidence and make us doubt ourselves. Negative thinking is not just a natural response to failure or pressure, it is also the product of an environment that nurtures self-doubt. Social media has become an indispensable part of modern life, but it also brings concerning negative effects. One notable example is how these platforms often promote unrealistic standards and lifestyles. The highlight reels of other people's lives, luxurious trips, remarkable achievements, and flawless appearances are selectively displayed, focusing only on the most glamorous and positive moments. These images easily lead viewers into a cycle of self-comparison and feelings of inadequacy. Constant exposure to others' perfect actions traps us in a spiral of self-doubt and diminished self-worth. Particularly when such messages are repeated over and over, they can embed themselves in our minds, fostering negative thoughts and eroding personal confidence. Additionally, the culture of instant success promoted by social media adds another layer of pressure. Many fail to realize that the accomplishments shared online are often the result of a long, unseen journey. This lack of transparency further amplifies unrealistic expectations and emotional imbalance among users. To protect our mental health, it is essential to develop a clearer understanding of the nature of social media. We must learn to approach online images with a critical mindset, recognizing that life is more than what is posted online. Each individual possesses their own unique value, which cannot be measured by the invisible standards set by social media platforms. Breaking free from the cycle. How do we break free from this cycle? Stoicism, particularly the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, suggests that we can detach ourselves from negative thinking by mastering our minds. Stoicism does not encourage us to avoid negative emotions, but to face them with clarity and reason. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This serves as a reminder that while we cannot control external pressures, we can fully control how we respond to them. A crucial part of this process is understanding the origins of negative thoughts. These thoughts may stem from upbringing, where success was framed as the only goal. They could also arise from seemingly harmless remarks from others that plant seeds of insecurity. Even past failures can become a mental burden, making us doubt our abilities. Recognizing the roots of these thoughts not only helps us eliminate them, but also marks the first step in replacing them with rational and positive alternatives. Marcus Aurelius taught that controlling our thoughts is fundamental to mastering life. When we gain control over our thoughts, we are no longer swayed by comparisons or hurt by society's unreasonable standards. Instead, we learn to challenge negative thoughts and replace them with constructive perspectives. Ask yourself, does this thought actually help me become better, or is it holding me back? This is the mental dialogue Stoicism encourages, helping us confront and overcome negative thinking. Transforming society through mindset mastery. More importantly, mastering our mindset benefits not only individuals, but also positively impacts culture and society. When each individual cultivates the ability to remain calm and not be overwhelmed by negative emotions, we collectively contribute to building a healthier community where true human values are not overshadowed by artificial glamour. Applying Stoicism in daily life. So how can you apply this philosophy in your daily life? Start by becoming more aware of your thoughts. When a negative thought arises, don't just dismiss it. Seek to understand why it exists. Question it, analyze it, and learn to replace it with constructive thoughts. By doing so, you not only remove the weeds from your mind, but also plant seeds of confidence and peace. Let's grow together. How have negative thoughts impacted you, and how did you overcome them? Share your story in the comments below. Every story can be an inspiration for the community. Number 3, the role of fear and how to overcome it. Do you know what it feels like to fear something? Whether it's a storm, a visit to the dentist, a stranger at your doorstep, or the loss of a loved one, fear is a natural reaction, a warning signal for our bodies to be cautious. However, anxiety, a prolonged form of fear rooted in the mind, focuses on what hasn't happened yet, painting gloomy scenarios of the future. When fear and anxiety become habitual, they transform from fleeting emotions into burdens that weigh down the soul and body. Like a clogged drain in a sink, you can't ignore it. You must address it before the water overflows and chaos ensues. Fear is no different. When it begins to disrupt mental and physical stability, you must confront it. When anxiety fills you with dread and leaves you lost in your own life, you can't simply push it away. Instead, face it head-on to free yourself from the vicious cycle of negative thoughts and self-limitation. Here are 6 steps to understand and overcome fear. Step 1. Understand your fear. Fear often stems from unhealthy environments or negative experiences in childhood. Criticism and failure create limiting beliefs that we are not enough. To break this cycle, take time to deeply understand the root of your fear. Ask yourself, where did it start? Who or what planted the seed? Once you identify it, you'll see that it's merely a shadow amplified by the mind. Step 2. Use imagination positively. Instead of imagining worst-case scenarios, try something different. Visualize yourself overcoming fear. Remember Plato's words, reality is created by the mind. Practice envisioning your success in difficult situations to reshape how you perceive and react to reality. Step 3. Reframe your thinking. Fear often triggers repetitive negative thoughts, leading to unhealthy actions. Stoicism suggests challenging these thoughts by imagining potential setbacks beforehand. This isn't pessimism, but mental preparation, helping you stay grounded when faced with reality. Step 4. Focus on your breath. Breathing is the bridge between body and mind. When fear strikes, pause and take deep breaths. Focusing on each breath brings you back to the present, distancing you from the grim scenarios your mind creates. Step 5. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of focusing on the present without judgment. By accepting your emotions instead of resisting them, they lose their power. This practice not only reduces anxiety, but also builds a peaceful and resilient mind. Step 6. Let nature be your therapist. Step outside and connect with nature. A walk under the trees or watching the sunrise can help break the cycle of negative thoughts. Nature offers not only relaxation, but also a reminder that life is filled with beautiful moments worth cherishing. Ultimately, fear is not the enemy. It is a teacher, reminding us of the necessity of courage and inner control. Instead of letting it control you, use it as an opportunity for growth. By changing your perspective, you not only overcome fear, but also create a new reality where you are in charge. So are you ready to confront and overcome your fears? Begin this journey today. Number 4, reinventing thinking, philosophy and practice. Have you ever wondered why negative thoughts keep circling in your mind like an old song, stuck on repeat? We often recognize their presence, but find it difficult to let them go. These thoughts don't arise randomly. They stem from personal history, traumatic experiences, deep fears, and even unconscious absorption of societal messages. However, the wonderful truth is that we have the power to control and renew our minds to break free from these patterns. Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy emphasizes that our emotions and reactions are not dictated by external circumstances, but by how we judge and perceive them. Instead of being swept away by the whirlwind of negativity, start a dialogue with yourself. Ask, is this really worth worrying about? What can I change to see this issue differently? Negative thoughts often root themselves in fears of rejection, failure, or a sense of inadequacy. These patterns are typically formed in childhood through words, looks, or expectations from family and society. The story of Vincent van Gogh, a testament to transformation through art. Vincent van Gogh, one of the greatest artists in history, is a vivid testament to the power of art in overcoming personal struggles. His life was not only a journey of inspiring creativity, but also a story of relentless inner conflict. Van Gogh faced negative thoughts, feelings of failure, and profound loneliness. He felt unaccepted, not only within the art community, but also in his personal relationships. Yet it was during his darkest moments that he discovered light through his art. For Van Gogh, painting was not merely a job, but a means of liberating his soul and seeking balance. In every brushstroke, he poured intense emotions ranging from pain to hope. His famous works, such as Starry Night and Sunflowers, not only showcase his extraordinary artistic talent, but also serve as emotional diaries where he expressed his inner thoughts and aspirations. Although Van Gogh's life ended in tragedy, the legacy he left behind continues to inspire countless people. His story reminds us that art can sometimes be an escape, a source of motivation to overcome adversity, and a way to transform suffering into something beautiful and meaningful. Transforming negative thinking. A journey, not a destination. Transformation does not come from forcing positivity, but from clearly identifying and dismantling each layer of negativity. This requires deep self-awareness. As Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. When we start exploring our minds, we learn to distinguish between helpful thoughts and notions that need to be released. Renewing the mind is not a single act, but a journey. Read philosophical works. Gain insights that challenge negative thinking. Enjoy inspiring art. Allow creativity to open your mind to new perspectives. Practice meditation. Build a peaceful and balanced mental state. Socrates emphasized the importance of living an examined life, while Plato encouraged people to pursue ideal values like justice and goodness. These values not only refresh our thinking, but also guide us toward a more meaningful life. Daily practice for mental renewal. Start each day with a few minutes of reflection, noting the good things you observe. More importantly, surround yourself with positive and uplifting people. As Seneca advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Men learn while they teach. Remember, the mind is a garden, and your thoughts are seeds. To replace negative seeds, you must patiently cultivate kindness, wisdom, and gratitude. The power of environment and relationships. Our living environment and the people around us can either be our greatest sources of inspiration or the factors pulling us back into negative spirals. In the next section, we will explore how choosing the right environment and relationships can foster spiritual growth and sustainably renew our mindset. Here's a refined and polished version of your content, ensuring clarity and coherence while preserving the depth of your ideas. Number 5, the influence of the environment and relationships. The environment and our relationships are not merely supporting contexts, but powerful forces shaping who we are, what we believe, and how we perceive the world. Like sculptors molding clay, the people around us and the spaces we inhabit continually shape our character, emotions, and thoughts. In the journey of mastering negative thoughts and pursuing a life of purpose, wisdom, and resilience, Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us to carefully choose our friends and living environments as they profoundly affect the quality of our inner life. The 3 types of friendships. We cannot overlook the wisdom of Aristotle, who categorized friendship into 3 types. 1. Friendships of utility, based on mutual benefits that are often temporary. 2. Friendships of pleasure, rooted in shared enjoyment but lacking depth. Third, friendships of virtue, built on mutual admiration, respect, and a commitment to the greater good. While the first two types serve temporary needs or desires, friendships of virtue elevate our lives in profound and enduring ways. Imagine a young artist brimming with talent but stifled by the pressures of societal norms, where uniqueness is often undervalued and creativity is suppressed by rigid expectations. In moments of uncertainty, the artist encounters a remarkable mentor, a visionary individual with unwavering integrity and a steadfast commitment to authenticity. This is no ordinary teacher-student relationship, but a friendship rooted in profound respect and mutual trust. The mentor not only encourages the artist to explore and refine their craft, but also unveils new perspectives on the meaning of art and creativity. They inspire the artist to tap into their inner strength, overcome negative judgments, and remain steadfast on their chosen path. Through every conversation and quiet act of support, this bond becomes an invaluable source of motivation, helping the artist realize that true value lies not in meeting others' expectations, but in pursuing what they genuinely believe in. Such noble friendships create a powerful ripple effect. They ignite the courage to confront adversity, foster resilience to transcend personal limitations, and deepen self-awareness of one's potential. This kind of relationship not only transforms an individual's life, but also spreads beautiful values to everyone around them. The power of the environment. The environment we immerse ourselves in exerts an equally powerful influence. Plato's allegory of the cave vividly illustrates how our perception of reality is shaped by our surroundings. In the story, prisoners chained in a dark cave believe that the shadows on the wall represent all of existence. Only when one prisoner escapes into the light does he grasp a fuller understanding of the truth. Similarly, many of us are trapped in metaphorical caves filled with skepticism, limiting beliefs, and toxic influences. By stepping into spaces that prioritize growth, curiosity, and understanding, we expand our worldview, replacing despair with hope and ignorance with enlightenment. For instance, joining a philosophy book club or attending workshops on Stoic practices can transform our thinking and help us rewrite the narratives of life's challenges. The influence of the collective unconscious. Beyond the immediate environment lies the profound influence of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experiences and archetypes that silently shapes our individual psychology. When we dwell in negative spaces or consume toxic media, we unconsciously internalize archetypes of fear, inadequacy, or anger. Conversely, surrounding ourselves with positivity enables us to connect with empowering archetypes such as the hero, the sage, or the creator. Practical steps for fostering a supportive environment and relationships. To counter negativity, we must act consciously. Engage with value-aligned communities, join local volunteer groups or online forums focused on personal growth. Shared purpose and collective support provide fertile ground for optimism and constructive thinking. Consume educational and inspirational media, listen to podcasts, read books, or watch documentaries on philosophy, history, or self-improvement. These resources reinforce positive thought patterns. Design a meaningful living space. A clean, organized home or workspace adorned with quotes from Marcus Aurelius or symbols of courage, justice, and wisdom serves as a constant reminder of your commitment to personal development. The ripple effect of positive choices. The power of these choices extends beyond self-improvement. They create a ripple effect. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of maintaining youthful enthusiasm to build a brighter future. A father who teaches his children hope and resilience by embodying patience and gratitude leaves a timeless, positive legacy. A teacher who ignites curiosity and kindness in students plants seeds of creativity and compassion in society. Ultimately, the journey to eradicate negative thoughts is not about eliminating every dark thought, but replacing darkness with light. By refining our environment and relationships, we align ourselves with the principles of Stoic philosophy, creating not only a life worth living, but also inspiring others to live with purpose and grace. So who will you choose to walk this path with? And what space will you create to nurture the best version of yourself? Number 6, action, the foundation of virtue. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. These simple yet profound words by Epictetus remind us that ideals are not just abstract thoughts or superficial desires. Stoic philosophy asserts that action is the foundation that transforms thought into reality. Action is the bridge between who we are now and the ideal version of ourselves we aspire to become. We cannot merely talk about virtue, we must live it through our daily choices. In Stoic philosophy, action is not merely physical movement, but intentional decisions aligned with core values such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. The power of action over negative thoughts. When faced with negative thoughts, we cannot simply sit idle, waiting for change to come from the outside. We must act as a silent yet powerful declaration that we matter and that we are capable of overcoming challenges. Confronting negative thinking requires determination and persistence. Each intentional action builds confidence and inner strength, helping us reclaim control over our minds. A story of transformation, Alex's journey. Imagine a young man named Alex, plagued by the thought that he wasn't competent enough to advance in his career. He could have easily drowned in self-doubt, but instead, he chose to act. Every day, Alex dedicated time to learning a new skill, attending online courses, and building connections within his industry. Each small action, repeated consistently, not only improved his abilities, but also transformed his mindset. Over time, Alex was no longer controlled by negative thoughts. He became the one in control of his own life. He realized that it wasn't his thoughts, but his actions that rewrote the story of his life. This story aligns with Aristotle's philosophy of the golden mean, which holds that virtue is not a fixed state, but the result of consistent practice. When we take action, even the smallest steps, we not only demonstrate virtue, but also cultivate it. Action as a path to psychological growth. Action teaches us how to stand firm amid storms of negative emotions and thoughts, making us more resilient and confident. In the modern context, Plato's teachings become even more practical. Action expresses our true human nature. It fosters psychological growth and guides us toward achieving ideals. When you act in alignment with your values, you not only find peace, but also uncover the profound meaning of life. Small steps, big changes. Stoic philosophy teaches that every action brings strength to confront negativity. A single step can make a significant difference, and each accumulated step moves us closer to becoming a better version of ourselves. So when negative thoughts threaten to take over your mind, remember this. You can control them by choosing the right actions. Don't let unworthy thoughts dictate your life. As we explore the importance of action, it naturally leads us to another transformative element of Stoic philosophy, the power of words. Words, when used wisely, can uplift the soul, ignite hope, and help us manage emotions with subtlety. They are the bridge that connects action with thought, bringing us closer to an ideal life. Would you like to continue refining this section or expand on the next topic on the power of words? Here's a refined and engaging version of your text on the transformative power of words, with smoother transitions and enhanced clarity. Number 7, the transforming power of words. Words hold an extraordinary influence over our lives. Some say their hearts have been touched by kind words, while others recount how careless ones have left lasting wounds. Have you ever pondered the power of what you say? How can a single word evoke intense joy or cause profound pain? How can it forge deep connections or, conversely, break relationships? Inspired by this year's Friendship Day, I want to explore the immense power that words carry, the weight of our emotions and intentions. Words as tools for growth or destruction. Stoic philosophy, through the teachings of masters like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, emphasizes that words are not merely a means of communication, but a powerful tool for building one's spiritual life. Words express thoughts, unlock emotions, and often reflect the essence of our character. Marcus Aurelius advises that speech should be imbued with virtues such as honesty, self-control, and kindness. Have you ever noticed how a sincere compliment can brighten someone's day, or how harsh criticism can break a heart? These experiences remind us that words don't just convey thoughts, they create emotional realities. The art of mindful communication. Think about the important conversations in your life. Have you ever regretted saying something in the heat of the moment, or felt grateful for choosing the right words to ease a difficult situation? Stoic philosophy teaches that every word we speak is a building block in the construction of our inner fortress. Each word, whether in self-talk or communication with others, can either strengthen or weaken that foundation. Ethos, pathos, and logos. Aristotle's timeless wisdom. Aristotle's famous concepts, ethos, credibility, pathos, emotional connection, and logos, logical reasoning, offer valuable insights into the power of words. Ethos. Our words build trust and reflect our character. Pathos. Emotional connection makes our speech relatable and impactful. Logos. Logical reasoning grounds our words in truth and clarity. A speech filled with logic but lacking emotion may fail to persuade. Conversely, words driven solely by emotion without reason can quickly lose their impact. The power of inner dialogue language doesn't just shape our interactions with others, it plays a crucial role in how we speak to ourselves. Positive self-talk, such as, "I can overcome this," can build resilience and confidence. On the other hand, harsh self-criticism can erode self-esteem and willpower. Epictetus rightly emphasized the importance of choosing our words carefully as they shape not only the perceptions of others, but also our own character. Words as reflections of values. When facing challenges or disagreements, remember, your words are not just responses to the situation, they are reflections of your personality, values, and resilience. Stoic philosophy invites us to view language as a tool to create a world aligned with reason, virtue, and wisdom. The strength of silence and emotional control. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Have you ever experienced a moment where silence and emotional control helped you overcome a difficult situation? Marcus Aurelius taught that while we cannot control everything that happens around us, we can always control how we react to it. Silence in the face of negativity and patience in maintaining inner peace cultivates strength and wisdom. The next time you feel pressured or overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, is this really important? If it isn't, let it go. Don't let it control you. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our latest insights on Stoicism. Keep going on your self-improvement journey and stay tuned for more valuable lessons in our upcoming videos.